Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Yeah, so today we are going to be reacting on a very interesting video of Africans who forget they're black in America.
Yeah, so let's watch this video and then we come back and talk about it.
Sometimes I forget I'm a black person. This lady came up to me and was like, "What's your background?" And I was like, "Oh, I just got this new phone. I haven't set a background yet." And she looked at me like,
Bro, I remember when I first moved from Africa and like the teacher would introduce me to the class and be like, "Hey guys, this is our new student, Crystal. She just came from, where'd you come from?" And I'd be like, "Nigeria." "Yeah, she just came from Nigeria." And it's like, now that I think about it, it's like, I wish my teachers hadn't introduced me like that. But then again, I'm kind of glad because I got to see their true colors. But the way people were being mean to me, like, they, like, not even being mean, they just ostracized me. They did not want to talk to me because I was from Africa. Like, I remember I had language arts class with this one bitch named Happy. Like, people said her nickname was Happy because she's always so happy. Bitch, that bitch was so fucking mean to me. Like, literally the meanest person I had ever met in my life. I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd you even get your fucking nickname from, bitch? Like, I remember, like, my first day, I came in with a bunch of candy to, you know, hand out to people, you know, just like, "Hi, my name's Crystal." People thought I was so weird because I wanted to give them candy. Like, I was so upset, y'all. I'm like, look, I got candy for y'all. I'm here for the vibes. Like, why are y'all being so mean to me? But then when they did become friends with me or wanted to talk to me, it was to make fun of me. Like, I remember this one time, this one bitch, she gave me 2 bottles of water. One of them was half drunk and the other one was drunk like a little bit. And she was like, "Here, like, for your family." And I didn't understand what, I just took it. I was like, thanks, just because, like, I didn't want to be rude. But it's like, now I think about it, bitch, if I see you in these streets, you're done. Mind you, I was born in America on September 11, 2001. I was only in Africa because my fucking mom left me there. We were on vacation for 2 weeks and she went back to America without us, and we ain't even fucking know we was gonna be there for that long.
sometimes I forget I'm a black person.
I relate to this so hard because as a Kenyan living in America and coming from the village where we didn't identify by the skin of our color. Yeah, America is wild. That's what it is. It's wild. Anyway, I forget, even like with my little husband, sometimes I'm like, until we take a photo, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm black and you're white. Like, oh, like, cause to be honest, I'm just busy existing. The world is so wild that I'm just like, I'm gonna mind my business and just exist and live. Anyways, yeah. Sometimes I forget I'm a black Kenyan woman in America. I forget.
I'm a Ugandan in America. I hate snow. But I'm where? I hate snow. It's cold. I'm constant freezer. I never get used to it. I honestly don't like snow. I'm a Ugandan in America. When bank home America, suitcase yange jude gorillas. Tell chirala. I'm a Ugandan in America. I'm gonna pay ridiculous money for any Ugandan food jensanga market. Now, yeah, when I Uganda, I'm going to bargain for every discount you can offer me.
I'm African, but I grew up in America. So, of course, before the teacher said my first name, she started apologizing. "I'm sorry if I butchered this, but Olunuru." That's not my name. It's Oluwaseun. I'm African, but I grew up in America. So apparently when the lights go off, I started to play a game of hide and seek with the whole class. Like, what? I'm African, but I grew up in America. So of course I couldn't grow no dreads. So I got to college. I'm African, but I grew up in America. So apparently I scratched my booty. African booty scratcher? Like, what? Make it make sense. I'm African, but I grew up in America. So of course people thought they were the next Kevin Hart when they'll make clicking sounds at you. That's not funny. That's weird. I'm African, but I grew up in America. So, of course, in school, when it was time to fight, people thought you didn't want to fight because you were a B-word. But realistically, you were more scared of what happens when you got home.
Yeah, so guys, you've heard. Sometimes these people forget they're black in America, but to be quite honest, I feel like I do understand why, because in Africa people don't exactly, race is not the first thing people see,
because everywhere in Africa, most population, for the most part, the population is black.
Yeah.
So when you meet somebody, black won't be the first thing you see. So like you won't go like, hey, black Maren, what you doing today? You know, like black is not the first thing you see. You just see Maren for the first instance.
And then the lady from Nigeria who was talking about her mom brought them to Nigeria and left them there. You know, that is, as funny as it is, that is what happens here in Africa. You find that even us, we live in the city, so you find that when we were younger, your mom takes you to the countryside,
yeah, maybe to visit a relative, a family, you know,
and then without any conversation or any consultation,
they just leave you there,
like you know, they just leave you there for whatever reason, maybe for discipline, or maybe they want
they want you to just bond with your cousins. Yet they haven't prepared you psychologically that you're going to the countryside to live there for like maybe a week or two, and then you'll come back to the city. You'll be left there, and then they'll come back for you when the duration is over.
But it's quite sad, you know. Here in Africa, we are taught about the first thing you'll experience when you come to Africa is the hospitality of people. So you know, when the second lady was talking about she'd go with sweets to school and give to her classmates, but candies. But they, you know, they weren't,
look at how weird.
Like she was crazy.
In Africa, that is called hospitality. You know, like it's a very normal thing. Even like, for example, us when we were young and it was our birthday, and our birthday was on a school day, we would be given something like maybe a packet of candy so that we could go share with our friends in school, you know, with all our classmates. Or alternatively, our parents would buy cakes, you know, a whole cake, and then we'd go and share with friends in school after our lessons. When it's a free period, you cut the cake and then everybody gets a few pieces. And then what's Africans are just naturally hospitable.
What is sad is that you can see the stereotypic nature of, should you say Caucasians, or let me just say it that way, coming out, because she was talking about the two classmates who were partially drunk and the other one not so much, who were giving her water to take to her family. As a young child, that doesn't register. You know, they automatically assumed these people were starving. They automatically assumed these people didn't have clean water to drink. So they were giving, I don't know if it was mockery or it was coming from a genuine heart, but either way, it's how do you give someone water without them asking for it, or without them showing signs of hunger, or you know,
needing that water.
Only that she was a child, she didn't really translate, because people normally believe in Africa there's famine and hunger, So and then
there's also another lady, she's a Ugandan. In the one of the clips we've played you, she was complaining of how cold
I normally hear this a lot.
I also hear this a lot. You guys, like right now, it's the rainy season in Kenya, yes, but right now we are enjoying a bit of sun. It's been raining since morning, but right now it's sunny, and then the weather forecast was showing that at night it would also rain. So here in Kenya, no matter how cold it is, we don't experience snowy weather, so we don't know what that feels like, you know. So a lot of Africans going to America, or African diasporas, we've had them complain a lot of the cold weather in America, you know.
So those are just a few of, you know. And I saw our home girl, our country girl there, a Kenyan, who says she's married to a white person and also tends
sometimes
to
she forgets just how dark she is,
or that she's black.
Yes, until when she takes a photo with her husband, then she remembers, oh damn, I'm really dark, you know,
I'm black.
Yes. And then another one was saying, just still the Ugandan, she was saying that she bargains everywhere she goes, even in America. So Americans, both black and white Americans,
haggling.
Do you guys haggle when you buy items? Because here in Africa, that's a thing, man. Like that's a thing. It's a lifestyle. When you go to buy any item, you must haggle to get a good price for it, you know.
So you guys, what did you think about this episode? Let us know. Africans in diaspora, black Americans, black people everywhere, let us know what you think about this episode. Does it make sense? I feel like it kind of does when they come from Africa and go abroad somewhere where there's, you know, that racial base, and they tend to forget
in
their
America
black.
I hear that the racial thing is really loud. It's loud. Like you are identified by you have to be categorized by a specific race. Not here in Africa, in America, you know. So guys, you tell us, did any of the issues these women and men touched on, were they making sense? Yeah.
Those were just Africans sharing their, experiences abroad. And let me talk about the second person. Okay, the first lady who was having a pink jacket. People really don't understand the term black. You see why they forget they're black in America, to be specific, because in Africa, people
not the first thing you see. Like, we are all dark-skinned people, so when we meet each other, that is not the first thing we address when we meet each other. I'll just address Maren by her name because it's already obvious that she's black,
And then I see why she would, relate the question with her. What background are you from? With her phone.
With her phone, the phone that she's just bought.
Yeah. So can you imagine what the lady who asked her the question? Can you imagine what she was thinking? Maybe she probably was thinking this is a rude person or what, without understanding that this
might not have understood
the question.
Right. So guys, if you're living in America, you're a diaspora or you're African American, and you've come across such an incident where you're asked what's your background, what was your answer to that question? And did you know that that person or that palm-colored person was asking you where you're originally from? So please leave us your comment, and you can also subscribe to our channel if you have not. And then let's see each other on the next episode.